This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, plus all those non-binary folk. Marto, where do you fit into that category? And Tone, I'd like to know where you fit into after Marto. Marto on episode 4 AC.
4 AC, yes, 4 after Christian. All right. I fit in. I'm still waiting for National White Heterosexual Male Month because we seem to have a month for everything else. Where's my month?
Well, it might be in December when it's Christmas.
Yes. Hope.
Could be.
We'll come back to you in a minute, Marto, because I know you're up and about, and rightly so too. Tone, how are you?
Oh, so should Tone this week.
Yes, doing okay. We nearly got the roaring bloody engine up there. It was close. Don't know how much it was beaten by, but 310 the place. Where do I fit? I fit into the probably the heterosexual PC section, politically correct.
Do you really?
You've never been politically correct in your life.
Yes.
Tony, I don't know, because last week you had the nightie, the dressing gown. This week you've got the handbag. What's going on?
Yes.
I'm a July supporter now. That's why I've got the handbag up there. That's it. That's what it is. The handbag is.
Great weekend last weekend. It was fantastic. Tell us all about Virtual Circle, because for all of us who saw it, it was strong, it was good, and it even got
the most overdue win over 2,000 metres you've ever seen. 2 years we've been waiting for him, and his name's Virtuous Circle, by the way. And Taz, I do know that you were a fan of him as well. So this is the culmination of two great minds coming together to find a nice price winner at $15 was the starting price. How good was that? To anyone who got on, well done.
Marto, thank you for giving me some credit, but let's be honest here. Had I tipped it, it'd probably run second.
Well, mate, if you remember way back to last year's Caulfield Cup, I was tipping him in that as well. So I've been waiting for this thing to get up for a while.
Great tip, great result. Tone,
was
yes, behind a horse that we talked about on the show that I sort of thought was a chance, Berkeley Breeze. So, I mean,
yes,
you've given the value.
Breeze,
so there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, it was nice, didn't win. It would have been great if it had won, but 310 the place, I think it was. So it wasn't bad. If you had that in there with Marto's winner, we're getting a bit of coin there.
Absolutely. I mean, 310 to win or 310 to place was.
Let
me tell you, the equivalent to my tip, which was 310 to win, which didn't and did run a place. But that's a lot.
You run it.
So I could honestly say that I let the team down with that one. I did say it was a cash cow, and cash cow it was. But let's also talk about the Kickstarters, because whilst they didn't all win, we did again have a winner, and it looks like it was the Marto AC number 3 show, because what was it called? Madrina?
Madrina, yes. Another one that was overdue for a win. Was looking good in the starts prior, so it was just time, well placed, right track conditions, well drawn, and everything just lined up. And of course, what we get, we got it paid. It was about $5 when I got on.
Yeah,
$3.90. A bit shorter than that. Yeah, got deductions too for a couple of scratchings. So it's still not bad to kickstart your day with a $3.90 winner. Yeah. Preview to coming attractions, I'm going a little bit shorter than that this week, but moving on.
That's all right, Tone. Pisces. Good run. Not good enough.
Is it a professional bridesmaid or what? I don't know. I wouldn't back it again. That's enough. Yeah. I wouldn't back it again.
And mine, which
you don't think it was track conditions?
The shortest of the lot. I think mine ran a place as well. But it was good to see that we do have actually some smart punters out there in the Palmy, because they did. I think it was the Prez actually took a place. Treble, so to speak, and all that play.
I did notice that.
Nice.
So I think
it got paid off.
Without knowing the exact amount of zeros that he had involved, I suspect there was more than 2. and more than 2 zeros at about $3 thereabouts would have got him a few extra zeros in the bank. So good on you, mate. Well done.
Yeah, it's a bloody good kickstart to your day, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And look. In all honesty, as much as we love the love, don't worry about tipping us any money. We don't want that, because if we were doing that, we'd be saying I owe you. So we don't get
That's
to play
exactly
here
right.
because we can't afford to pay you what you guys are losing.
Exactly.
Big racing up in Queensland this weekend. We all came.
Oh, huge. Just a little $3 million race in Queensland. How about that? Oh, my Lord.
3 million. Joe Bielke Peterson could buy the state for that, couldn't he?
He'd get a few more peanut farms, wouldn't he?
And the Phantom. What are we reading about the Phantom?
Well. He's gone 2 from 4 on, was it, on Wednesday? He's and the nice
The
price
big day, didn't he?
$55. It's not bad.
So
he's going all right.
So the Phantom went well because we redeployed him out of the quaddie into the pickers. And then who did we put, Tone? Who did we put into the quaddie last weekend?
Oh, dear.
Oh, the magic man. We whacked Nardo straight to there.
Oh, my Lord. Hey, listen, if anybody
do?
got the quaddie in Queensland last week, congratulations. You can retire for the year because you absolutely filled up. I mean, Sox Nation at 100 to 1. I'll put my hand up and say it was a miss from me in the second leg. I probably should have had that one in. But Sox Nation in the third leg, oh my Lord, 100 to 1, just comes in and spanks everything. Keeps his nose in front, and there was a gap to third place. It was just
sadly
ran out of its skin.
Sadly, unlike the Phantom, who got 403 chances, you only
well, I only get one chance.
You only get one. So we're going to Tone this week. Tone, have you done some homework?
Oh, you couldn't have given him a harder week.
I've had it's a shocker. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I've done my homework.
So that you'll be able to talk about it. The dog didn't eat your homework or anything like that?
No, I've just wrote a couple of notes down. You know.
Good.
Well,
looking forward to it.
Let's we won't go to the footy or the Euros or Ascot. We'll keep that for later on. So spoilers alert there. But Marno, let's go with your kickstarter for this weekend.
We're kickstarting off with a odds-on favourite. First in Queensland at Eagle Farm, number 1, Freedom Rally. J-Mac's on. He's drawn number 1. There's a couple of leaders drawn in this race from barrier 1. J-Mac just popped behind them, and I think he'll be giggling to himself off the bend. This is a local horse, 5 from 5 at the track. Really, really high strike rate for wins. And with J-Mac on, it's just a big positive. I think this is your second best bet of the day in Queensland. Second only to broadsiding in the JJ Atkins.
Very interesting. Tonight at the club, there's a fellow who doesn't mind a little bit of a bet. And I knew that it was your Kickstarter, but he said he was unloading on it. And I said, what, at $1.90? And his exact words were money in the bank.
Absolutely. He probably should be a lot shorter and probably will be on Saturday. So, Mr. Brett Wilson, if you're out there listening, mate, don't wait till the last minute because you're probably going to get $1.60 on Saturday.
Tone, where are you kicking us off?
Down in Melbourne. I don't normally go down to Melbourne, but Melbourne race 2, 10 deep.
Lovely.
When I looked at it, it was $6 and $2.15. It's now into $5.50 and $2.05.
And still over.
I think it's got a good drawn barrier 1. Got one of the best jockeys on there. Doesn't pull them up. Linda Meach, as Pezza would say, she'd give it a peach. So that's what I'm going with. I think there's big chance.
Yeah,
happy with that.
I have to ask the question though.
Yep.
How could anyone get away with naming a horse 10 deep?
Oh, we don't know where they come up with them, do we?
Asking the question. 10 deep.
10 deep. 10 deep.
It reminds me of something that, it should have some guitar music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good luck, Tony.
Right. From a
Yes.
Seymour maiden to a Sandown Hillside winner. Let's go, Tone. It was actually not a bad win last start. It won quite well. So should stand up in this field, I reckon. I don't mind it. Good on you, Tone.
Cool.
I myself, I'm staying in the City of Churches, and I'm going with a Nick Lyon horse that has come back pretty strong this preparation. It's in race 2, called He's Beset. Now, He's Beset last prep was in it. It was its first prep in Australia. It was running behind Jimmy's a Star, and Jimmy's a Star was flying at the time. Anyway, this prep, it's won first up over 1,400, ran second, I think it was, over 1,500, where it was a little bit delayed. You find excuses for it. 1,600 in a benchmark, I think it's a benchmark 70, I think it is there. Maybe it's stepping up to a benchmark 78. I don't see it any harder. I think Beset 270, Nick Ryan taking it over there, Opperman on, should get a good sit and probably should get over the top of them. But I can tell you one thing, with my current form, it might just run second.
Well, let's hope Beset is besotted after the race and you've got the win on the board, mate.
No, absolutely agree.
I like them all. I think the Kickstarters are going to kick this weekend.
If we get on early, we get 2 to 1, let's say, for Mardos, right? Because we'll factor in a little boost. We get 270 for mine, so that takes us up to 540. What price was yours, Tone?
550.
So 540. Let's make it 5 to keep it simple.
Yeah, 25 to 1.
Yeah,
27 to 1.
30 odd to 1. Couple of zeros. Let's just say, I don't know. If we beat yours, Tone, $300 on it, 30 to 1. You've got 900 in the bank. If we bet Mardo style, what is it? $500, 30 to 1, 1,500. If we bet my style, I'll have $1.50 each way. And then I'll
follow the advice of the president, old mate Jason Barnes, and take the all up places as well, just for fun.
Yeah, look.
Yes.
There's money. I mean, when Tone's throwing that sort of value out there, I mean, I know I muck around every now and again, and look, no disrespect to you guys, but we all think we're superstars. We sometimes look at these bets and we think, we'll support it, but no, I'm not putting my money on it. I'm sure we all do it, because if you don't,
100%.
But I know what I've done in the past, and that's I've put, the win-win-win, and then because I do generally think I've got to value your opinions, and then when I look deeper, I think, well, I don't really think it's going to win, so I'll go place, win, because I think win, and then and I'll take place, and more often than not, mine's unplaced, and I've lost 3 times.
Oh dear!
It just
there's many ways to play around with these tips, and you can simply just put a line through the lot and we'll see what happens too.
Absolutely,
save your money.
Absolutely, 100%. Now, I'm going to go a little bit different, and I'm going to throw to Tone, because I think Tone hasn't done a quaddie for Palti for a long time, and I'm really interested because I know the straight break is in there, and that'll probably just lead us on to a bit of a straight break chat, and I'm sure we've all got a tip in the straight break. So Tone,
we've all got an opinion. I don't know about a tip, but Tone tends to find a bit of value, so let's bring us in the quaddie, Tone.
Where are you going with it?
Well, it's it's a toughie. I tell you what, if anybody gets the quaddie here, they need a medal as well, for sure. But
good luck.
Kicking us off in race 6. I mean, it should be a simple turnkey here. Whack your money on broadsiding. Should make it 4 on the trot. So I've thrown in broadsiding, and I've also thrown in. Anyway, while I'm on broadsiding, it should make it 4 on the trot. It's 1 on heavy and slow tracks, but I can't see where it's yet to win on a good 4.
It's at a couple query, isn't it? The only query is the dry deck.
The only worry there, Mardo. So I don't know, but I thought the danger was the 2 that what is it? Zuna.
She ran second to him last start in the size.
Yes. You've got what's the Mayfield Smith and the Zara combo. Zara's a big money rider, and he doesn't pull them up. So I think he's honest as the day and long, as the day is long, I should say. I mean, there's a lot of
up this week.
You could throw
numbers. Second leg numbers.
Second leg numbers. We're going for 1, 3, 5, 6.
One of those on top. Anything you think?
Well, this could be one of Mardo's or one of yours, Taz. Banana Queen. I would chuck on. I'd like Banana Queen.
Both had a go at. I think we both had a go at Banana Queen before, and just tends to pop up at odds, doesn't it?
Yeah, Zara's on board. Good record up there, 50%.
Chinny boom the local.
Third leg, is that the Stradbroke now?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I've gone 1, 2, 3, and 10. So I've thrown in my Doom horse, Bella Nipotina, Magic Time, Antino, and Amenable. I think Magic Time wins. I reckon last start it just went all wrong, and I reckon there's
excuses. Time. She twisted a plate under her hoof and she got galloped on. So there was excuses last start, and that's why we're getting $11 now. She's a 2-time Group 1 winner.
So she's got to be in for a chance. Eh? It's a tough race, but yeah, that's in my pick.
It's a really open race, this Stradbroke. Marto, do you like anything yourself? I know.
I do like Magic Time for the reasons I just touched on, but I also like Antino in here. I know he's drawn wide, but Eagle Farm has that big, wide open straight. And Tony Godlin, he's out for glory here. This is his home track. So I do like Antino. But I've said to you before the show, you could throw 12 horses out here and still miss the winner. Bella Nipotina, I don't know how she's going to go on the dry track. She definitely wants it wet, but she can perform on the dry. But my two would be Magic Time and Antino if it was having two bets.
Nice one. I've written down a few here, only because I think we touched on it pre-show, how open it is. Amenable, Nugget, Volana, the favourite. One of my favourites, Benedetta, Antino, Magic Time. And I've put in for a boil over, Osipenko. Now I've taken 2, 4, 7. There's 7 in here, and I can still miss. That's how open it is.
That's right. I mean, Staparti's not without a chance either. And but hey, Amenable and Nugget, there were two favourites of our great man Pezza. He used to love those two horses too. Benedetta, she's in form again. So
Osipenko is one of yours, Mardo, isn't it? Isn't that? I mean, that's
it was, but again, I think he wants a wet track too. But again, not without chance in a field like this. Very, very open. Waller brings him ready, so who knows?
Yeah, well, that's the only reason I thought about it. I thought if there's this race to me is just so open that it smells like a boil over. And Osipenko is the one I've picked for the boil over only because of the trainer combo. And because it goes so well second up. Now, having said that, I'll be honest with you, I can't pick a winner in this race. It's just so hard.
It's not a race I want to be betting into unless I'm going real wide in exotics myself either.
Absolutely. Tone, last leg of the quaddie.
1, 2, 5, 13, and 15. You know, you might as well roll the dice here. Like I've thrown in Numerian. I don't trust it. Cute as Tommy Berry's on it. Kovalika, Ormond's on that sneaky chance. I like He's a Shocker. It was a nice win last start. It's been consistent. I can't see why it can't win again. And I've thrown in Faulkner Park. There's got to be a chance. But once again, it's a raffle, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, you didn't mention Bow and Declare, by the way.
No.
I'll tell you, one thing I do like in here, in the roughie in the last leg, is Knight's Choice. Now, we often see Melbourne Cup runners come from this Brisbane Carnival on this day, and Knight's Choice, they're looking to take him into the Melbourne Cup. So, I mean, $41 is a big price, and he's got to do a lot of work, but he might just surprise and run into the placings for the exotics if you're going to play around with them in the last race.
It's a hard race. It's a really, really hard. The only thing I'm hoping, Tone, because I've looked at your numbers, is it could be 4 1s. You get it. But if it's not 4 1s or you don't get it, I just hope that there's not 100-1 like what's done. What did Marto out with
Docs
proper?
Nation.
Because
Yeah, well, I've already mentioned it, haven't I? There's 40-1 is that Knight's choice. And he doesn't have it in his numbers.
I hope that's not the one. I hope that's not the one.
I can't see it winning. I can't see it winning, but I can see it running into somewhere around third or fourth place, to be honest.
Well, that broadsiding, I think you isolated it, Ton, and I know you rate it, Marto, but for me, that's the standout. And maybe take the field in the Stradbroke and try to get lucky in the other two legs. That's what
no, I wouldn't have a one out in the JJ. I mean,
no.
As Tone mentioned, Zuna, he ran second behind broadsiding in the Sires 2 weeks ago. So if that wet dry track does pull up broadsiding, then you've got Zuna as your backup.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, his Group 1 winner over 1600. He's done it before, and I know it's an open field. They're behind him, but there's really not much there that can beat him, is there?
There's not much in it, is there, really? It's just the
No.
top three, isn't it? Well, on paper, it looks like just the top three, doesn't it? Look,
The other query is, I mean, I know there's a couple of leaders in there, but they don't go overly fast either. So maybe the tempo won't quite be set up for him to get too far back and come on. So J-Mac, I think, is going to have to sit maybe 2 pairs back from the win from the pace to be in the race. If he's much further than that, they'll just be going too slow and it'll be a sprint finish and maybe he gets outdone there. Which Zuna has a big sprint finish on him. So I wouldn't go one out. I'd have that little backup, if you like, a little roughie in that JJ Atkins as well, just in case.
Which is fair enough, and I guess that's where what we offer to our lovely people is a bit of insight and plenty of options. So good luck, Tone. I think what does it come to? 20 odd bucks or something for?
I think Marto worked it out, didn't you, Marto? How much was it for?
I don't know. It's in the chat somewhere.
Yeah, it is. So we'll do it here. It's 2 by 4.
40 bucks or something, I think. Maybe.
I'll tell you, 5 4s are 20. 24s are 80.
Yep.
And 80 by 2 is 160. So 32 bucks will get you 20%, I think. Is that about right?
Jesus. That seems a bit scary, but yeah.
Yeah. No.
Add a couple more in the Stradbroke, guys, and push it out to a 40 for 40%.
You might as well, yeah. Put a line through what we've done and put your own in.
Absolutely. Let's go for our main bets. What are our best bets? Because I do want to have a little bit of a chat because there's a bloke playing 300 games this weekend who we've talked about in the past, who potentially is one of the best footballers that we have seen in the modern world.
Don't argue.
Marto,
yes.
Give us your meat and 2 veg and turn it.
Yeah, meat and 2 veg. We're going.
Meat and 2 veg.
Absolutely, the meal staple. We're going back to Sydney this week. Wet track. It's going to suit this horse. Captain Furai ran, what was it, 2 weeks ago, over 1,500. Looked the winner, 150 out when a very special horse named Franz Joseph ran past him. Back to 1,400 this week. I don't often like Waller horses dropping back, but I think this one needs to. He caps out at 1,400. He likes the wet track. Very much in form because I think that Franz Joseph does win a later race in Sydney. He's in race 9. Yeah, I do like it. Well drawn, maps well. Joshy Parr's on. He won't be too far back, and Josh Parr just loves popping him out to the outside lanes at Rose Hill and screaming home.
There's been a bit of money.
Captain Furai.
Been a bit of money for
it.
Yeah,
that's it was dual nominated for race 9 as well to go up against Franz Joseph again. They've scratched that today, and he's definitely going into race 5, and that's when the money sort of came in.
Well, there you go.
380 is about the right price, I reckon. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised, if he doesn't go off at $3 on Saturday.
What price is the other one in the last? You said what's it?
Race 9, Franz Joseph. Now that Captain Furai's come out, I'm just loading it up now. He's $2.50.
So there's your little double, you reckon?
Oh, well, I do like them both, yes.
There you go. All right. Why not? I say 380, good price. Get on early. Don't wait because I don't see this one getting the drifts either. Tone, where's the titanium tip going?
Well, the titanium tip is up in Doomben. We're staying up there with the dry tracks. Eagle Farm. I don't know Doomben. At one last start at Doomben, actually. Race 2. Number 10, Midnight in Tokyo. You've got the Omen Bet. You've got the TT. You've got the Pezza Special. All in one. 12 skins and 340 the place. Jump on. You've got the Thornton Neesham combo. It can't help but win.
Which sounds awesome. Which gives us value. Which
It
you
does.
talk about beautifully. But my question is, you've taken on not the hardest race of the day, but probably one of the shorter prices of the day. The Blue
Yes, a Godolphin special.
Can it beat Periel? That is the question, Tone.
Tell you what, the titanium tip is always there. You know, it's like it's like Jack the Ripper lurking in the shadows. You never know when he's going to pop out. And I think, Thornton doesn't pull him up. Neesham's a great trainer. And I think at the 12 skins, it's over the odds. It should be about $5.
Well,
I agree with it being overs, yeah, but good luck taking on
Take
Perry.
on a toughie, but I think
nothing wrong with its last star win as well. My only query in that
not at all.
is and I'm not putting a moz on you, but this thing hasn't won on a good track. I think it's had 5 starts and it hasn't won on a good track.
Second and the third, yeah. It does prefer it.
That's my only scare of it in that race, but doesn't mean anything. I look forward to critiquing the Thornton's ride if it doesn't win. I look forward to hearing some feedback from you. But why not? Why not take on a favourite and beat it? So
not all favourites win.
Day is not always a great day for favourites, right? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Myself,
so that's
Love the price.
Myself,
Love the
where do you
price.
reckon I'm going, boys? Where do you think I might get?
Absolutely.
Adelaide?
I am going to Adelaide. And if I was throwing out a from the heavens tip, if I actually was channeling one and it came to me, it probably would be this as well. And it's called Walks Like an Angel.
There you go.
Elvis,
from the heavens.
Like an angel.
Murray Bridge, race 8,
like
number
an
5.
Angel.
That's it. Murray Bridge,
You
race
were the
8,
devil
number
in
5.
disguise.
Don't
Sorry.
be singing it, though. Don't be singing it. Anyway, look, second up this prep, it came to Mooney Valley in a decent sort of race. Didn't do too much. It's gone back to South Australia. It's had a couple of runs. It's been in open class. Look, you could find excuses for it over this prep. It's sort of been one of those things where it's been good, but maybe not good. Do you back it or not back it? Ultimately, Stubby Holder's on it. He's had 11 rides on it he's had 8 rides. I'm just trying to remember it. He's had 8 rides for 6 in the money. I just think it's ready to win. It's one of these things that, when sometimes you look at a form guide and a horse just keeps catching your eye. I don't know if it happens to you ever. This has caught my eye, and I'm trying to evade backing it, but I think it gets a good sit. I know it's drawn out wide. I know it can come home hard. Murray Bridge affords you the big straight where you can work and there's plenty of space. And I just think that the market hasn't missed it. It's probably at the right price. And at 6-1, it's an each way play for me. Whether I go a 1x3, I don't know, or 1x2, which we all know how that works. But I just think there's value in it, and it's due to win. So Stubby Holder, race 8, number 5, Walks Like an Angel. That's me.
Sounds good.
So
let's hope it's not the devil in disguise.
Absolutely correct. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, because I know Tone gets extremely excited when we talk about this fellow, and that's
Fucking Gold Army
in the room, because it's cute, Tone, but pick up peanuts. Dusty, talk to us about Dusty.
Don't argue.
What an absolute legend of a man, eh? Unbelievable. And yes, rightly so. 300 games is at the G. I think it'll be it's going to be massive, for him there. And let's hope that we can win for him. But we're playing one of our old foes, Hawthorn, on the day, and they've picked up a bit in recent weeks, haven't they?
They are in form, yes.
They have.
He's just,
Do they win it for Dusty? Does Hawthorn? Who's your tip in the game, Marto?
Richmond just because of the Dusty factor. But you know that he's got the plane tickets in his back pocket. As soon as the game's over, he's off to the Gold Coast. No, look, jokes aside, I really hope he has a big game, and I'm sure he will because he always does. Yeah, he's such a big man in the game, such a big personality. They made a documentary about his career called "Don't Argue," and he didn't even want to be in it.
There you go.
So it's all his old teammates and coaches and fans talking about him, but he's not in it.
It's interesting because a lot of people knock him for that, but I remember when Plugger was playing, Plugger was never a fan of the media, and even
exactly.
Now, he does come out a little bit more than what he used to, especially with his greyhounds. But Dusty's very similar. Just because they're superstar footballers doesn't mean that they need or want.
No. Men of few words. Their action is on the field. They don't spend a lot of time with the press media. You're right. But we love him as a player. I don't care who he plays for. He's one of the greatest players to have played the game.
100%. Your mob. Have a record against Adelaide, I think, where they've been really tight. Do you tear them apart this weekend, or do you win? Just win?
I don't think it's going to be the same last kick of the game that wins the match for us this year. Two teams in very much different form. Yeah, Adelaide, they're a bit stronger at home, but I really can't see them troubling Sydney, mate. I really don't. Sydney, the boys are just up and about, and whenever someone tries to get on top, Horse just makes a little subtle change, and we play the game on our terms, which happened with Geelong last week. I mean, they were 6 goals up at quarter time, and they lose the match by 5 goals. Just a little tweak at quarter time, and play the game on our terms, and just take over.
Awesome. And one thing I will say is, Sunday night football last weekend, I went to the Bombers Carlton game, and it wasn't the prettiest game. We had a terrible third quarter, but we got over the line. We ended up winning it. That's all that matters. So the kids were happy. I was happy. Everyone was happy. So
beautiful. It was it was a scrappy game, like you said, but they fought hard to get over the top. Yeah.
Well, the dog got enjoyed that. The cat stayed inside, and no one was pulling their hair out. So World Cup. It's not the World Cup, it's the Euros. I don't know if you've had a look at that or anything like that, but maybe through the course of the week, if anyone's interested, I might throw out a little tip there. And if anyone's got anything, by all means, sharing is caring. We're going to wrap it up.
You are the alcohol expert.
We did forget. From the Heavens, Tip did win last weekend, by the way, Jen.
It did.
The ghost that Pezza used to back did win, so that was a good one. So,
nice.
Marty got all the credit, but also from the Heavens, we got one in as well. So, last final word before we wrap up, gents. Anything?
Ascot, Tuesday to Saturday, we've got a week of sleepless nights coming up.
You'll definitely go down that path and throw something out, do a couple of previews or whatever?
Maybe not every night, but I'll definitely be having a look. And if something does pop up, yes, I will put it in the comments or on the thread somewhere.
Tony, you'll do the same?
I'll see if I can find something there. Yeah, I like. I've been pretty off everywhere recently, but if there's something that stands out, I'll throw it up.
Yeah. One final word from me. Men are pretty good cooks, because with just 2 eggs and a sausage, they can keep a woman full for 9 months.
I do like that, and I'll actually take that to work with me tomorrow, Marto. So
yeah, do it. Spread it around.
Actually, very,
very famous.
All right. That's us. That is episode 4 AC. So I hope we're keeping you entertained. If we're not, let us know what you think. And then if we don't like it, we'll just ban you or something anyway. Thanks, gentlemen. Have a great weekend.
Good on you, guys. Good luck to the Palti Army.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Money in the bank.